Good morning. Love to see you over the weekend for some free football trading research for the Premier League. Click on and wait for Betfair Trading Made Easy. Leave your name and email address. We'll get you a free course and free football trading research for the Premier League for this weekend. Also, do make sure you're subscribed to youtube.com/@footballtradingprofits because I will be doing some ad hoc live streams, particularly being able to stay in the Channel Islands for at least an extra month until the 3rd of February. So make use of that, subscribe, and then I can hop on a live stream or two. The last two I've done have been very profitable indeed. Yesterday, well, I'm going to get a new tattoo for the new year, and it's going to say, "Don't fecking get involved with derby style matches." That's all it's going to say. It's going to have to be all the way down the thigh, I think. Derby style match, couldn't unpack this, but it did go the way, or did it go the way of the better placed side? Indeed it did, Dundee United. So therein might lay an angle, but if you want to be disciplined, leave these alone. Look at this, Rangers and Celtic. I was tempted in, but I did give a little hint to you at the first goal that over 2.5 goals might be the way to do it. You could have possibly got over 2.5 goals at the start of the second half. It's a good strategy of mine. If you can get a goal between then and the 70th minute, then you'll make a proper green screen. But I was looking at a return of the last head-to-head, the 3-3, where it was 1-0 to Rangers at half-time. Celtic came out of the blocks straight away in that particular match. And indeed yesterday in the second half, fleetingly, but it was an exceptional performance from Rangers. And please, a reminder to you, don't get involved in derby-style matches. You're just going to lose your dough. They're so tough to unpack. St Johnstone and Hibs, well, we eventually got the Hibs equaliser, but I went into the match odds market. You could have still made a small profit in the match odds at 1-1, but I was holding out for the 1-2. And the way I do that is by just leaving a small loss on the draw. That incentivizes you to stay in and look for the win, because it's not going to hurt too much if you don't get the win. The other match of interest, Kilmarnock-St Mirren. We did get a late St Mirren goal, but it looked to be disallowed. I did lay Kilmarnock 2-0 up. And, well, that being a penalty, and this looks like a goal coming from a penalty. So it's very unlucky on St Mirren yesterday. They have been pretty good form, but the market got them right as well. Aberdeen and Ross County, I was a bit disappointed I couldn't get that first equaliser. It was Fergie time at the end of the first half, scuppered my plans. I was going to do that second half. It looks as if Aberdeen are in a spot of bother at the moment. They were, I think, third. Now they're down to fourth as Dundee United get the win yesterday. All in all, a pretty poor day, really, as far as selections was concerned. Got Mickey Mouse Super Cup, we got that again today. And we had the English League 2, which was very tough to call. But if you stuck to the favourite, you could have eked out a winner there, but not for me at all. Looked like a comfortable afternoon for the favourite. You could have laid the draw second half. The way you do that is to head off to soccerstats.com. You do that with the ad blocker removed. And we can just have a look at that match and see how we would have looked at that 0-0 second half. So we've got AFC Wimbledon. If we can find them. Let me just... So here it is. You get the goal times table. AFC Wimbledon, the favourite, away. 69% of their goals scored away. 9 out of 13 goals scored away have come in the second half. So that's the kind of information you're looking at if you want to take on 0-0s particularly. No draw in 8 away as well. It would be indicative of a 0-0 ending, wouldn't it? Because a 0-0 is a draw. So there's clues there. but really lacking any bite, yesterday's coupon. On to today, and we've got Nice and Rennes at 8 o'clock. Let's have a look at that. 2.15, the favourite, not the most appealing match on paper, but we might find something via the in-play stats for Nice and Rennes. If you get this coming up, have a go here. Matches, scroll down and press that graph button there, and hopefully that will get you through. So Nice looking good, Nick, don't they? They're unbeaten at home. Their only defeats, 3 of them have come away from home. They've been heavy defeats. They've scored 2+ goals, Nice, in 4 of the last 5 matches. So they're finding their footing as well, particularly in the last 4 at home that scored 2+ goals. So they do look more solid at home. So it's a bit of a surprise, really, that they're only 2.15 at home, particularly given Rennes are yet to win an away match. But note their recent defeats have only been 1-0, so they might put up a bit of a fight. So really, on paper, you're looking for Nice to perform far better than a 2.15 would suggest. Unbeaten in 7 at home, scored and conceded in the last 5 at home, scoring 2+ goals in the last 4. But watch out for Rennes. They've conceded in the last 7 and they've failed to score in the last 3 away. It does look on paper, at least, that we take on any Rennes lead today. But 2.15, the favourite, is not a strong favourite. 6th against 12th, and it's all wins, really, at home against 11th and lower for Nice. They look very capable, don't they? 2+ goals scored in 5 of 6 matches against 3rd and lower. For themselves, Rennes, well, where's that second goal away from home? So if they do score first, I don't think they'll be able to follow up. And notably, 4 of their 5 wins have come against early season bottom 4 sides with home advantage. Not good form, is it? So it's a bit mystifying why Nice are not shorter odds today. That's the only problem I have with being 100% behind Nice. Looking at the goals conceded, 60% have been conceded second half by Rennes, and it's about 50-50 as far as goal scoring is concerned for Nice. So that has alerted you to the possibility of Nice performing far better than their odds suggest today. Valencia and Real Madrid, it's quite simple operation there. We're favouring Real Madrid. Valencia are in all sorts of bother. Look at where they are in the league. And this is mystifying how they can suddenly capitulate like that. I think they had a little bit of this problem last season and got out of it in the second half. They get a win today, they're still in the bottom 3, but they're bringing this lot closer. They've got a game in hand over this lot here, so they must take advantage today. But Real Madrid should be have too much nous for them, but it is an away match for them. French League 2 might get your attention, particularly taking on the newly promoted sides Red Star and Martigues. They have been gettable or targetable. That's certainly be on my radar at 7 o'clock. I might be up for these. It's normally my day off on a Friday because I'll do a full session for you tomorrow. But as ever, it's very, very cold outside. So worth staying in, turn on the computer and off we go. My other alternative is to stay with my parents and watch Last of the Summer Wine for the 50th time this week. Nacional and FC Porto in the Portuguese La Liga, that stands out there. Guimarães and Sporting Lisbon, this could be very interesting indeed. I do like Guimarães, made us about 70 quid earlier on, well, at the back end of 2024. Guimarães have goals in them, but let's see the context of their scoring because we need to know how they get on against the big boys. That was a nice profit. I hope you got out at 1-2 because I got out at 1-2. Thankfully, because they were done by a late equaliser. That's the joy of cashing out. That's 3 consecutive Desmond Tutus for Guimarães. They are scoring plenty at home, but Sporting are going to be a tough nut to crack. But they have lost 2 sides they shouldn't be losing to in Santa Clara and Moreirense. They're coming off the back of 2 matches now where they haven't got a win away from home. failed to score in 2 matches only this season, and those have come, well, in defeat and in a draw. And recently, let's note, looking down at the challenge table, or let's just work our way through, tending to score first, both teams. So I don't know who's going to lead here. Sporting tend to score first away from home, and Guimarães tend to score first at home. You might see both teams scoring today. Guimarães, but this is notable, isn't it? Bang. As soon as they enter the top 4 territory, they're failing to score. Bit like Middlesbrough against top sides. And then when Middlesbrough get to these bottom sides, they're scoring 2+ goals for fun. So that's the Middlesbrough of Portugal, Guimarães. We could see some trouble today, scoring wise. So that's notable, isn't it? The challenge table brings it to life. So they're having all sorts of 2-2s recently, but mostly coming against the lower half of the table. I think they might be in trouble scoring wise today. They could be liable if leading. Not normal. I wouldn't normally take on Guimarães, but that looks like the case. Sporting Lisbon, well, that one hiccup away from home came against 8th in the league. They did concede 2 goals against Braga as well. So they conceded 2 goals in both matches against the top 8 away from home. We're going to see another Desmond Tutu here. If we get a 2-0 lead for Sporting, that could be the angle in to lay Sporting at low risk, high return. 71% overs at home, 88% overs away. So we're expecting some fun here with this particular match. I do like Guimarães. I've made some money with Guimarães this season and in the end of 2024. 17 of 25 goals scored away have come second half. Watch out for the last half hour. 13 goals have been scored by Sporting in the last half hour. That's quite something. And it does suggest get out of jail. Free card from 60 minutes onwards, particularly if they're a goal down. So that does look an interesting match. And it is notable that as soon as Guimarães start playing the top 4, their goal scoring powers desert them. Those are the main matches. Copa del Rey. Well, part of my tattoo. Don't play any fecking derby style match. I'll maybe add some brackets at the end of that tattoo and be careful of cup matches because some sides simply capitulate in cup matches. They really do. Falkirk, very, very strong favourites against Adrionians at 7:30. That will fit on the 7 p.m. roster. We can have a quick look at this one. This is the Scottish Championship. The only thing that's lacking here could be liquidity in this particular match. That's the only negative here. Scottish football is not really caught Betfarians' imaginations. Adrionians, only the 1 win coming in the first match of the season. Conceding 2+ goals in the last 5 or in 7 of the last 8. Falkirk will be looking to get back some lost points from that Dunfermline 3-3 when they were admittedly strong favourite. That's 2 consecutive away matches now. They have conceded 8 goals and scored 5 goals. But again, it could be notable in the challenge table. How do they get on against the bottom sides? Well, it looks comfortable, doesn't it? Away from home against Greenock Morton and Hamilton, Dunfermline and Adrionians. They've already beaten them 2-0 twice this season. They've scored 2+ goals in all matches away from home against 7th and lower. No wonder they're 1.25 today. Any good first half scoring? Because when you've got a 1.25 favourite, you are expecting them to score in the first half. It's, again, near enough 50-50, but it's 59% at home. First half for Falkirk. Normally when I get a 1.25, what I tend to look at is if it's 0-0 after 20 minutes, go to the half-time score market, look for a 0-1, 0-2, any other away score with 25 minutes to go. 1.25 does suggest 3+ goals, and we can infer that we'll get at least a goal before half-time. So that looks fairly standard. The only thing that's lacking here would be liquidity and would be Falkirk scoring the first goal and early. That would probably not help us at all. So Juventus AC Milan, another Mickey Mouse Super Cup match, which these two sides really don't want to be playing in the mix of a Serie A season. Have a great day. I might see you at 7 p.m. No promises, though it is officially my day off because I'll be working hard for you tomorrow in a live stream. So make sure you're subscribed to youtube.com/@football trading profits. You get a lot more bonuses. I'm going to be doing some more tutorials for you as well. And we're going to be looking at things like how to lay the draw second half while keeping liability as low as possible. And also researching 2.5 goals and using soccerstats.com to uncover some beautiful stats. You've seen it pay off, haven't you? It's been a wonderful website since November. If you fancy the free course, just sign up. Free trial offer, bang, give that a click, and you'll see Betfair trading made easy. Like Paul Daniels and the lovely Debbie McGee, it will appear before your eyes at some point, and then you can sign up there. Have a great day. I might see, there it is. Name and address, name and email, and you get a free trading course. And I'll prepare your Premier League research for you for the weekend. I'll see members, I hope, from 7 p.m. onwards, unless I've got any family do on. I don't think so at the moment. It's 7 p.m. start for me. There's enough juice at 7 p.m. to get me interested. French League 2 will move in to the Nice-Rennes match and the Valencia-Real Madrid matches. And then we'll also fit in the interesting Guimarães Sporting Lisbon match. Porto should have enough for Nacional. Copa del Rey will probably get short shrift from me. Let's be disciplined, eh? Don't play derbies and think twice before playing the Copa del Rey. Have a great day.